far as my Facebook Lives, because sometimes one medium is just having a bad day and then the other medium is like good that one day. So that's good. So the whole thing with telomeres. Now, telomeres, what's a telomere? Okay, well, a telomere is about 8,000 to 10,000 nucleotides. Okay, and they are the protective caps on the end of the strands of DNA called chromosomes. Okay, so you know that viruses have caps as well. Viruses have DNA. Okay, viruses have a lot of DNA, and they inject the codes into the cells. And just like any device or body, do you have what it takes to be able to handle that data upload? Okay, so you got to look at telomeres, and viruses have some kind of similarity to it. Viruses are DNA, but not everybody can handle the DNA upload, the data upload. Okay, so telomeres are the protective caps on the ends of the strands of DNA called chromosomes, which house our genomes. In young humans, telomeres are about 8,000 to 10,000 nucleotides long. They shorten with each cell division. However, and when they reach a critical length, the cell stops dividing or dies. Okay, so when you only have so many cells that you're going through because you're not actively regenerating, you have malabsorption, malnutrition, then yeah, this is why people die. This is why people contract cancer, disease, and chronic illness, because they have gone through all of their cells, their vital cells, and it has impacted their vital organs. And then this is why people don't survive the different events in their life, like heart attacks, strokes, and aneurysms, pneumonia, bronchitis, all of that. Okay, so when you look up what a virus is, it has a protective cap. It has a cap, it's full of DNA. Telomeres are protective caps at the end, and they have about 8 to 10,000 nucleotides. Now some people say, well, I want to take a test to see what is my telomere age. Well, that test is going to be based upon the baseline of society, based upon the beliefs. Okay, so someone's going to create conditions to say that you have a telomere age of 65, but yeah, you're 45. Well, what does that mean, 65? Does it say that everybody at 65 has this length of a telomere of like 2 inches or something? This is just for example. No, I mean, it's based upon the average predispositions of that society at age 65. So what it really comes down to is telomeres, is going to be based upon a new set of conditions based upon a new society, because we can't take the conditions of the telomere test from an old society and then try to use that as a baseline in a new society. What is this new society? Well, it's a JILLY JUICE society. Okay, they're using these telomere type stem cell therapies as a therapy, as a cure. I hear stuff. I gotta close my door. I'm kind of easily distracted, as you can see. So we're not trying to utilize telomere stem cell therapy, as a shortcut, as a cure in our society. What we're trying to do with the JILLY Juice is to lengthen your telomeres naturally by giving your body enough nutrition to be able to regenerate cells, and they can keep dividing. Okay, so the reason why telomeres shorten is because they shorten with each cell division. Okay, so every single time your cells divide and you're not regenerating and giving the proper nutrients to allow the division to continue, this is why people die and have shortened telomeres. Now, we're not going to put any age to them because that's based upon the baseline of that society at that point in time. but we can create new conditions with the new, with the JILLY JUICE protocol. So, at some point in like 5 or 10 years, we're going to be looking at our driver's license and we're going to look the same as we did, when we finally reversed our aging process. Like, I'm looking for specific measurable results in all of you that you look like you did if you're relatively healthy, like you did when you reached the point of maturity. Not when you were diagnosed. Now, you could have been diagnosed at age 15, but you knew you looked youthful, and then you started seeing yourself degrade maybe at around age 45, 50. Like, I met my husband when he was 36. That's crazy. Now he's 45. But, if I can get him on the J Juice maybe one day, or maybe not, I don't know. The specific measurable result that I know is working for him is that he looks like he did when I first met him. But maybe even better, because now the facial structure might change. Maybe now he might be able to reverse predispositions that he never really knew about, because that's always what he looked like. But I'll never see that at this point, because he's not going to do the juice, so whatever. But that's what you guys have to be looking at as far as specific measurable results. Is, are you looking like you did when you were really healthy prior to your aging process and diagnosis? Okay? It's not enough to just reverse the known symptoms that you have. It's even more so. So, I'm not advocating anyone get a telomere test, because there's really no point. But that's essentially what we're trying to do with the J Juice, is to lengthen your telomeres so your cells can keep dividing without an expiration point. Which means that, yes, you can regenerate and create nucleotides. And the data from the viruses out there, because that protective cap, there has to be a relationship with viruses and telomeres, because they both have protective caps. And that's why that's for my next book, because humans are just another pattern in nature. So I'm going to find the relationship between virus, capsids, and telomere capsids. And this is why people are able to evolve being exposed to a virus without crazy symptoms, because they're able to adapt. So they don't have the symptoms and the diagnoses that was triggered by a known virus at the time. They are just evolving, and now they have more data in their DNA. Whew, there we go. See, that was that one key word. The telomeres are a protective cap. And then I'm going to look up, hold on, virus capsid, hold on. Virus makeup. Let's see. Protect the capsid. Okay, and I'm going to look at, so it's a capsid, and then telomere capsid. Okay, telomere is cap, the same as cap and capsid. Cap equals capsid protein. Yeah. Capsid, okay, so that's okay. And so telomere, I'm going to put telomere capsid. This is how I put things together, guys. Telomere capsid. Telomeric response to viral infection. The viral caps, telomeres are caps. The viral genome. See, cap and capsid are the same thing. I'm going to just look up capsid. Capsid. Definition, biology. It's a protein shell of a virus. Cap. Definition, biology. Okay. Okay, it's a catabolic activator protein, also known as CAMP receptor protein. Okay, so this is interesting. Remember how words are kind of like, you know, what do you call it? The root words and words. Okay, so that's cap and then capsid. Hold on. Definition biology. Proteins and protomers. Okay, so a capsid is a protein shell of a virus. It consists of several oligomeric structural subunits made of protein called protomers. The observable three-dimensional morphological subunits, which may or may not correspond to individual proteins, are called capsomeres. The capsid encloses the genetic material of the virus. Then you have cap definition. Catabolic activator protein, so it's a protein, also known as CAMP receptor protein, CRP, is a transacting transcriptional activator that exists as a homodimer in solution. CAP activates transcription through protein-protein interactions with a subunit RNA polymerase. So they are very similar, if not related, actually. That makes freaking sense. Okay? So you have a virus cap and you have a telomeres capsid, and that virus is injecting DNA into that telomere to now upgrade, and maybe that is the point of evolution in a strong body, but de-evolution in a weak body. That makes freaking sense just by the word capsid and cap, because they're both expressions of RNA and DNA and all that stuff. They are proteins. They are, yeah. And a capsid is a protein shell of a virus. It encloses the genetic material of so it encloses the genetic material of the virus. And then a cap. Jay, I'm on Facebook Live.
Oh no.
What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Get out of my bedroom. All right. So a cap is a catabolite activator protein, also known as CAMP receptor proteins. Is a transacting transcriptional activator that exists as a homodimer in solution. CAP activates transcription. So it activates. So a catabolite, a cap, is the telomeres, which is the DNA. It's a transcription. Okay, transcription is where things become activated and they start exhibiting. And then you have a capsid that consists of subunits of proteins called protomers. Wow. I hear you, sugar. You don't like being locked out. Hold on. Protomers. This is why, this is quarantine, you guys. I have everybody and their mother in my house. Okay, protomers. A structural biology, a protomer is a structural unit of an oligomeric protein. It is the smallest unit composed of at least two different protein chains that form a larger heterooligomer by association of two or more copies of this unit. Okay, so this is where the RNA stuff. So, long story short, there is a definite connection between virus capsids and the cap on the telomeres. Okay, and why we have evolution or de-evolution, we guess first. What do you want? You want to go outside? Okay, we'll go outside.
I just let her out there.
Oh, you did? Well, what the hell? What's your? Oh, she's okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go do my thing, but I just did some freaking research. So you guys, my next book is going to be amazing. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.